Hello, everyone. I know it's been a little bit. Approximately a month. I actually thought it was a lot longer than that. Oh, something just fell off my table. Anyways, hey guys, it's me, Daunter. I'm back. And I just wanted to say something before, I start this video. Um, I know I've been gone for like a little bit, but I am back. So if you have any questions, comments, concerns, just ask me in the comments. A completely unscripted video. But let's go to this little graph right here. So 104. Obviously, if you looked at the title, if you saw the thumbnail, I'm sure there's some, mention of what's represented here. 104. So 4 in Gen 1, 6 in Gen 2, 5 in Gen 3, 6 in Gen 4, 3 in Gen 5, 19 in Gen 6, 21 in Gen 7, 26 in Gen 8, and 14 in Gen 9. So this amount of cards represents only one Pokemon, and that one Pokemon is probably what is the most popular Pokemon of all time when it comes to the TCG. I mean, people get excited for Pikachu, right? Because he's the mascot, and people love Pikachu. People love Eevee, people love the evolutions, people love all those Pokemon, right? But this is the one Pokemon that always receives so many cards to the point of, well, as the title of this video suggests, fatigue, right? So this one Pokemon is Charizard. Literally everyone knows him. I've used him before in my shorts, mentioning how, how he's everywhere. Literally everyone knows who Charizard is. If you don't know what Pokemon is and you see a picture of Charizard, you're like, oh, it's this is the guy from Pokemon. This is the Pokemon. This is the Pokemon. Introduced in Gen 1 along with the other two starters, Blastoise and Venusaur, Charizard is, well, he's one of the most popular Pokemon of all time. He's received many reprints of this original base set card so many times that I can barely count. I don't even know if you can count them on one finger. You probably need both hands. So, what I'm going to talk about right here is a little bit of a thing called Charizard Fatigue, and I coined the opinion. I'm sure that somebody else has that title of the video. If somebody does, don't get mad at me. But yeah, I just want to talk about my fatigue with Charizard and how I'm personally tired of him. Right, a little bit more of a negative video, maybe to get a little bit more traction. Get the ball rolling a little bit. I kind of got to catch up. So let's start off with the four cards introduced in Gen 1. Starting off with the base set card. So this card, obviously iconic. It's illustrated by Mitsuhiro Rita, who is one of the most popular artists of all time in the Pokemon TCG, illustrating the most popular Pokemon of all time in the Pokemon TCG, Charizard. When you pull this card as a child, I wasn't around back then, but if you were around back then and you pulled it as a child, you'd be like, wow, that's the card. Everybody wants the Charizard, the Holo Charizard from base set, right? And that's how it was. Dark Charizard introduced in Team Rocket as a holo and a non-holo, so you could barely really count those as two different cards, but I do for the sake of this argument, just because I counted each individual image. And then you got the Blaine's Charizard. So out of the three, personally, I think my favorite one is the Team Rocket one, just because of like the lighting and stuff like that. It is illustrated by Ken Sugimori, which is interesting because I'm not the biggest fan of Ken Sugimori, but I think his older artwork does look a little bit more distinct. So I'd give it to there. So four cards for the Gen 1 Pokemon, that's perfectly fine. Charizard, he was a pretty big deal, but only having four cards in the first generation is kind of crazy to me because he is, now considered to be one of the most popular Pokemon of all time, obviously. Gen 2, obviously there's only one card for Charizard in the Neo era, which is going to be the Shining Charizard, which is like the most expensive card in the set or whatever. Everybody's like, whoa, Shining Charizard, it's a pretty cool looking card. It's by Hironobu Yoshida, working on a lot of different cards from the Neo era. Really big fan of their work, but that's not about that's not what this is about. This is about Charizard, right? You have the Lance's Charizard from Versus, so this is a Japanese exclusive card, and then you have the e-reader card. So you got Expedition. You have two or three different ones in Expedition. One of them is a Holo, non-Holo, and then you have the Holo Charizard from Skyridge, or the Crystal Charizard, right? That's what it is. Yeah. Okay, so Crystal Charizard, right? So Charizard got some love in Gen 2. Still nothing too crazy. We move on to Gen 3 though. So this is a secret rare Charizard. This one is illustrated by Mitsuhiro Rita. It's a very good take on his original artwork, and I do prefer it to the original artwork just because of like the vibe. I think it's more interesting. He looks a lot more menacing. Yeah, the Charizard EX and EX Fire Red and Leaf Green because it's EX Fire Red and Leaf Green. You can't just have a set like that and not have Charizard in it, which I think is perfectly understandable. You got a Charizard Delta species, which is cool. He needed a Delta species because he's one of the more popular Pokemon, and it would kind of be a wasted opportunity not to give him one. And then you got the Gold Star Charizard. So this one is super popular as well. Understandable, totally. He deserved a Gold Star at the point. He was super popular, super recognizable Pokemon. So that's totally fine. I'm okay with that. Last one, Power Keepers Charizard. It's Ken Sugimori artwork. Not a huge fan of it. Diamond and Pearl. You know, you get like this Holo Charizard, you get another Holo Charizard or whatever. You got two level X's, one is a promo. You got this one from Platinum Arceus, but then you have the reprint, which is not really a reprint, more like a reimagining of the original base set artwork. And I am totally okay with this. If they wanted to redraw it, it's the same artist, Mitsuhiro Urita, redrawing the same card, just in a different style, because you know their styles evolved and changed over the years. I totally respect that. As a secret rare, you know, it's a cool looking card, good addition to a set. Now we move on to the black and white era, and this is where I think Charizard gets respected the most out of any era, honestly. So you have, excuse me, sorry, you have this like regular artwork by a 3D artist named Hachu. Um, it's a perfectly fine introductory card, but you have this really cool looking secret rare Charizard from Plasma Storm. It's a cool looking shiny Charizard, you know? Gold borders, they had those in the black and white era and they had to include a Charizard. Charizard and Blastoise and Plasma Storm, so that's pretty cool. Then you have one of my personal favorite Charizard cards, which is going to be the one from Legendary Treasures. This is illustrated by Tokia, who is one of my favorite artists. Really big fan of that one. I like how it looks, and he only got 3 cards in the black and white era. Perfectly respectable. Now, you know, we go into the X and Y era, and the X and Y era, it's all about Charizard, right? So you got a couple cards from Flashfire. By a couple, I mean, let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 7. And 2 of them are the exact same, but they have gold borders. My favorite one from Flashfire is going to be this Full Art Charizard EX. And if they want, and you know, they had to throw in the Megas, but if they wanted to remove the secret rares, I would be totally okay with it. Bring it down to 5. I think that sounds a little bit more understandable. And they don't need 2 regular Charizards yet. It's 2 regular Charizard EXs. You know, wipe that clean a little bit. He didn't get any more cards for another good amount of sets until Generations, so that's good. We're seeing a little bit of progress there. You got a new regular EX, which looks cool, homage to the original. And you have a Mega, which is not a reprint. It's like a different artwork of this one, so that's cool. You got a Radiant Collection one, which is fine. And then you go to Evolutions. You got a direct reprint of the one from base set. That's fine. I guess if you're going to make evolutions, you might as well do that. Should have been with the other 2 starters as well. And then you have another one from Evolutions, which I'm pretty sure, yeah, it's just a direct reprint from the one from Flashfire. Same with this one, but he did get a new full art, and I do like the full art. I just wish there were different artworks for the other 2. You know, but beggars can't be choosers. He has a promo, he has another promo, then he's got this promo. This one is pretty cool. I will admit, I think it's a pretty nice looking card. Like Flareon, I like, and they did it for all 3 of the starters, so I think that's more understandable if they're going to represent all of them. Flashfire is literally a set that's just made for Charizard, and you're going to see that again and again, and you know probably again. So we got this promo Charizard, pretty infamous card here, Japanese exclusive. It's a really nice looking card, really nice looking artwork. That's fine. I'm okay with that. It features 2 Pokemon. You have this XY promo, which is a reprint of like the original Japanese Charizard, and then you have the Sun and Moon era. So you notice how different this is compared to the earlier ones. Black and White has 3 Charizards. X and Y has how many is it? 19. Yeah, that's a ridiculous like uptick in Charizard. It's because he got his own set. He never used to get his own set. And like I don't know, you're gonna see it more often too. So Burning Shadows, obviously another Charizard related set in the Sun and Moon era. He got a GX, he got a Rainbow GX, and that's it. I mean, no full art in his own set is kind of weird, but I'm gonna let it slide. He had a rainbow, that's fine, I guess. So you got Dragon Majesty. He's a regular card. It's fine for a dragon set. I think that's totally okay. Team up, you got a regular Charizard. That's fine, I guess. Detective Pikachu, that's fine, I guess. I think he was in the movie. Pretty sure. I don't really remember Detective Pikachu. It's been a long time since that movie came out. Reshiram and Charizard GX. So this is a cool looking artwork. It's by Mitsuhiro Urita. I think it's a really dope looking card. I'm a big fan of it, honestly. He got a full art, a rainbow, and a promo. Pretty sure. So there's 4 more right there. You got one in Hidden Fates, and you got a shiny Charizard in Hidden Fates. Can't have a shiny set without a Charizard, am I right? Um, you know, fine, whatever. I guess he doesn't he gets a lot of shiny cards, but if you're gonna include him in a shiny set, Hidden Fates is a good start. Then he got another Tag Team GX, taking up the slot of another Pokemon that deserved it more, in my personal opinion. Just like any other combination, it's a cool looking artwork. Don't get me wrong. I think Mitsuhiro Urita does a great job with those. He got a full art and a rainbow, which is cool. A full art promo that should have been in Burning Shadows. He has a pre-release promo. He has a Charizard GX. So there's 2 Detective Pikachu Charizard cards. He has a promo, a promo, a promo, a promo, and another promo. So the tag team promos are probably my favorite out of all of them. But again, a lot of these cards are kind of unneeded, especially this one, the gold one. If they wanted to include them, they should have done all of the gold cards. I don't know if you know this, but in the set Tag Team All Stars, which is where they took a lot of the tag team all arts from for Cosmic Eclipse, there was nine, like 8 or 9 different of these gold cards. I'm pretty sure they only brought like two of them into English, which kind of sucks. Um, but I digress. So we move on to the Sword and Shield era, and you see right here, 26, it's the most amount out of any of them. So he got his own set again. This is his third time so far getting his own set, by the way. He has Flash Fire, Darkness Ablaze, and Burning Shadows so far. Got a V, a VMAX, and a Rainbow VMAX, but it wasn't even Darkness Ablaze, so this is what confuses me, right? Charizard, his chase set, Darkness Ablaze, should have had a V, a VMAX, a Rainbow VMAX, Shiny V, Shiny VMAX, whatever they wanted to do. Or they could have put this and this into Shining Fates. Like they could put the regular V into Shining Fates. But they decided to make another Charizard set, right? Darkness Ablaze is already a Charizard set. Champion's Path is another Charizard set. It has a Rainbow and the Shiny V, which is a little bit weird. Vivid Voltage saw the introduction of one with Leon on it, so that's cool. I'm okay with that one totally. Um, we go to celebrations. Of course, he had to have another reprint of the base set one. That's 3 direct reprints so far, or 2 or whatever. He has a V in Brilliant Stars, a V Star in Brilliant Stars, a V full art in Brilliant Stars, and then he has an alt art in Brilliant Stars. I really like how the card looks. It's a good art. It's a good alt art. I'm pretty sure I put it somewhere in like the C or B tier in my tier list of all the alt arts. Um, yeah, I think it's a nice looking alt art. I gotta admit, but this should have definitely been in Darkness Ablaze. I know it's a way later card released for like what would be like a way earlier set, but Charizard does not need another set. He has 3 sets that are pretty much entirely dedicated to him in the Sword and Shield era, which is just ridiculous. He has a rainbow, obviously, a rainbow V-Star. He had a couple cards in Pokemon Go, Radiant and a regular, which is fine. He has a Trainer Gallery card, that's fine, I guess. And he has another V-Star, and a different Radiant Charizard. So he's the only one of the only Pokemon I think to get 2 different Radiant cards, which is kind of funny. Um, he has some cards for Crown Zenith, right? You have a promo, you have a full art promo, you have a pre-release promo. So he has 2 pre-release promos so far. And then you have a special delivery Charizard promo, Lance's Charizard V, which is like a celebrations. He was like one of the only Pokemon that got us a unique celebrations like kind of promo for himself. You have a V, a VMAX, and a V Star all art. All 3 of them are all art level quality, texturing, whatever. They're all very, very nice looking cards, but I would have preferred them for literally any other Pokemon. The Charizard UPC is pretty cool though, I will admit. Just seems a little unnecessary. And now we move on to the Scarlet and Violet era. So we're around like halfway through the Scarlet and Violet era, and we've already seen 14 different Charizard cards, which in my opinion is absolutely ridiculous. This sees the introduction of our 4th Charizard-centric set, which is Obsidian Flames, which in my personal opinion is absolutely ridiculous. There is not a single like other Pokemon in recent memory that has their own set, other than like the Loyal 3 for Shrouded Fable. But I mean, if they're gonna add a new Pokemon, they're gonna highlight it in some way. Um, Vivid Voltage is a Pikachu set, obviously in Sword and Shield, and we're getting another one that's kind of Pikachu centric, but it has other cards that people actually like in it. But Charizard is one who gets his own sets every single time, which is just it's tiring in my personal opinion. It's a little bit overdone, right? So you have the regular EX, the full art EX, the gold EX, and then you have the alt art EX, which I think is a big step up from what we had before with Darkness Ablaze, where they had no alt art and it was just like a regular VMAX in the set, which is pretty stupid. You have 151, so 151 obviously has a have to have a Charizard EX in it, full art and an alt art. That's fine. I think in my personal opinion it would be fine if 151 came out like more recently, because having 2 Charizard alt arts almost back to back is kind of ridiculous. You got a direct reprint of the Charizard EX from Obsidian Flames and Paldean Fates, and you have a shiny Charizard alt art, which in my personal opinion is probably one of my favorite shiny Charizard cards. I would say this one and the Gold Star are pretty evenly matched in my opinion. The Shining one is pretty cool too, but I think that this one is probably my favorite just because I really like the artist. I collect them. But yes, he has his shiny Charizard. You got another direct reprint of the base set Charizard. Can you see how tiring this gets after a while? The Evolutions Charizard is like $50, right? Which is sounds like a lot of money, but it's like the original artwork, and it's an Evolutions. I have the reverse holo and the holo of that one because you got to have like the original artwork of Charizard because it's just the original, but another reprint really, like it's the same card. Then we got a special deck version. This one does have a Venusaur and a Blastoise, so we'll give it that. But they gave it his own collection box. Like they gave him his own collection box for that, and it's a little ridiculous that they did that. And then he has another one where he gets his own battle deck, and then just recently, well, this is pretty recent actually, and then he has a full art promo and a shiny promo. I mean, come on, like seriously, like I just personally I don't get it. I know that a lot of people really like Charizard, but I don't know, man. I'm really just tired of him. I'm tired of seeing him. If they include him as a holo or a regular card in the set, if they gave him an art rare, whatever. Like honestly, I'm okay with it, but no more EXs, no more all arts, and no more nothing. Like I don't want to see this man's face for a long time. Give me at least another year where I don't see a Charizard. A Dark Charizard would be pretty cool to see in the Rocket set. I don't know if a lot of people know this, but there is a recent announcement, not officially, but rumor has it. A lot of people think that there's going to be a Team Rocket centric set. um, I hope they give Mewtwo an all art for that set because Mewtwo definitely deserves it over Charizard. I mean, I'm just like, I don't know, man. I'm really tired of seeing Charizard. I don't know if anybody else feels the same way. Um, Obviously, there's going to be people that are diehard Charizard fans, and this definitely will be my most controversial video that I've ever posted, just because of the subject matter. But man, I'm tired of seeing Charizard. I'm really tired of seeing him, honestly. Like any other Gen 1 Pokemon, you won't catch me complaining. Like if they gave, I don't know, like Marowak and all art, I would not be complaining. Kabutops, Porygon Z or Ditto, if they gave Ditto an all art. Gyarados, give Gyarados an all art. I don't even think he has one. Um, just give something, somebody, something. Look at he just has like a full art and like a regular in this era. Gyarados could use an art rare and all art. Give it to him. I'm okay with that. Gyarados is a cool looking Pokemon. It's just when they try so hard to make a Pokemon like Charizard so beloved by everyone and they include him in like every single set, it just gets tiring. And I'm feeling the Charizard fatigue really set in. In Gen 1, obviously people will love Gen 1. 151 is people's favorite set from the Scarlet and Violet era. And I understand Scarlet 151 has a lot of really good cards, but I'm really tired of seeing Charizard, honestly. Um, yeah, that's the video, honestly. If you guys have anything you need to say, like if you want to tell me anything, if you have any concerns or comments, frustrations with my video, please let me know. It's just this is just something that I've really been thinking about for a while, and the amount of Charizard has kind of drove me away from the Pokemon TCG scene in general. I know we haven't had one like super recently, but like it's just fatigue, honestly, and I'm just tired of seeing Charizard. I really need to see cards for Pokemon that I really love, like that are more obscure, but not so obscure. Like so far, we haven't really gotten anything for Lugia. We haven't really gotten anything for, like a lot of these Pokemon that I think deserve a little bit more. Like not Dragonite. I know people really want a Dragonite art rare or an all art or something, but he already has an art rare, so or Dragonair does, but same thing. But the starters of the other generations deserve something. Blaziken hasn't gotten any love recently except for the VMAX, which is admittedly a really dope card. He has an all art too, so that was a really bad example. Let me look at Sceptile though. Like let's look at Sceptile really quickly. Sceptile, his last card was a Rainbow GX and Lost Thunder. Like these other starters have so much opportunity for growth and for appreciation, and I don't know. I have a lot of stuff to say about some other stuff, and I'm gonna be making some more videos about it because it really does get to me. But yeah, if you guys enjoy the video, just let me know. If you guys want to see more content like this where I'm just like ranting and rambling, let me know. I'm trying to do something a little bit different with the channel just because I want to get back into things. I do love so much about the Pokemon TCG. There's so much to love. And as somebody who does really appreciate artists and what they put into like their cards, I have respect for anybody who puts out their artwork, even if some people don't like it. I mean, this Greninja card, I think, in my personal opinion, is beautiful. And I know there are a lot of people that don't like it, or there are a lot of people that feel iffy about it. Um, Honestly, though, like, it's just I don't even know how to explain it. It's just we need something new, in my opinion. I think for me, like these most recent Scarlet and Violet promos have been kind of knocking it out of the water, especially the alt art like promos that they did for Shrouded Fable. I need more of that, honestly. Like these are amazing, especially for a Pokemon like Kingdra who really doesn't get a lot of love, especially recently. this is revitalizing my appreciation, my love, like my passion for Pokemon, and I just need to see a little bit more of that, a little bit less of the big, the big orange man with that breathes fire. That's all I'm saying. If you guys, like I said, if you guys have anything to add on or let me know or to complain about, then please just let me know. I'm so free to open and like conversation with people. And that's kind of why I am making a more controversial video, just because I do want to hear more people's takes on like their opinion about this. Yeah, but if you guys have like had a good time watching the video, please leave a like and show me that you appreciated it. Yeah, but I hope you guys have a good rest of your day and I'll catch you next time. See ya.